Welcome to another episode of 20 Minutes at the Principal with your host, Ray Felice. As many of you may or may not know, in a couple of days it's going to be a Cinco de Mayo, which is a highly celebrated and known event here in the United States, but most people do not know what it is or why we even celebrate it. And Cinco de Mayo is not Mexican Independence Day, which is September 16th, but it's the celebration of the Mexican victory over the French at the Battle of Puebla in 1862. Highly undermanned, underarmed, and unorganized compared to the French soldiers, the Mexicans shocked the world. They largely expected a rapid French victory. So the Battle of Puebla proved to be an inspirational event for Mexicans that helped slow the French occupation of Mexico and for them to capture the capital. So today, through some scientific miracles, a lot of luck, and a little bit of magic, we have brought in some special guests all the way from 1862 to help us understand what happened in the time frame and the significance of Cinco de Mayo. So our first guest is a French general that comes from a long line of royalty. Please help me in welcoming Charles de Lorentz.
Bonjour, 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 bonjour. Bonjour, monsieur.
Bonjour. Please have a seat.
Ah, merci, merci.
Charles, please tell us about yourself, how you ended up fighting at the Battle of Puebla.
Oh, well, absolutely, mon ami. I serve the greatest nation in the world, France. I am a general to the Emperor Napoleon III. I am a nobleman, destined to dirty my fingers, fighting for my country, my lands, and my wife. I am considered a humble individual, with greatness comparable to God. I graduated top of my class at École Sociale Militaire de Saint-Cyr, so I was initially underranked as a third lieutenant. But I proved myself in battle, say at the Battle of Malakoff, where I crushed my enemies, arising to my current status and stature as I am now. But that is enough about my tremendous military exploits and my dashing good looks. I don't know the details about all this stuff with Mexico. Something about debts not paid or something, I don't know. But our nation and Britain and Spain were very upset with the Mexicans. They sent our troops into their little dirt farms to crush anybody who stood in our way. We were going to set up a new Mexican empire in our own glorious image.
Was the intention of France, Britain, and Spain to take control of Mexico and split it up due to the debts they owed?
Oh, no. You see, once Spain and Britain realized that we were not going to just collect, that we were going to establish a new empire to ensure that France would remain the greatest nation in the world, they turned tail and went away. How do you say, au revoir to bad rubbish? They would have just slowed us down anyway.
Thank you, General Charles, for that little bit of information.
Absolutely.
Now, everyone, please help me in welcoming our second guest of the night, another general born in what is now Gully, Texas, known for his political prowess, Ignacio Skit.
Hola.
Bienvenido.
Mucho gusto.
Un placer.
Wait. What is this slug-eating Frenchman doing here? I thought this was an interview to learn about the Mexicano culture, not to be talked to this sissy little Frenchman.
You dirty vermin! How dare you speak to me in this way? I am of higher social class than you. You should show respect for those above you. You insolent brat.
Oh yeah, I'll show you some respect.
Whoa! There will be no violence on my show. Have a seat before have you seated. Now, Ignacio, this is to learn more about Mexican culture and more importantly about the Battle of Puebla. Tell us how you got involved in it and how this fighting initially started.
Of course. Very well, Ray. Very well. Well, since 1850, there was a lot of political unrest in Mexico. Everyone wanted to take over and change the shape of our government, solely to benefit themselves. Initially, I joined the army to prevent the rise of a dictator, Antonio Lopez de Santa Anna. And this was because I believe in democracy, in the people, not some God-appointed or self-appointed king. No one man can rule the country, and I wasn't going to let that happen to Mexico. So once he was out of the picture, I got into politics and became the Secretary of War for the best, the greatest Presidente, Benito Juarez.
Ah!
Yes, Benito Juarez. But due to our civil war, we had become very financially unstable, so we chose to suspend payments of foreign debts in 1861. But then from that, the French decided to use the suspension of payments as an excuse to come with the armies and come to collect by trying to conquer us. But when they came, I went back to the front lines where I belong. I am a proud man, senor. All my countrymen are. And we weren't about to let some slug-eating Frenchman, sissy, come into our country and take what was rightfully ours.
You people showed no self-control. You were too hard-headed and resistant to positive change.
Blind to change? I know not what that is. You planned to rob our country until there was nothing left to take. Your greed and overconfidence was your downfall, and that's why we won at Puebla, and that's why las armas nacionales fueron cubiertas de gloria. Okay?
So, at the time, the French had one of the greatest armies in the world. How were you able to defeat them?
They got lucky.
Luck? I know not what luck is. We stayed our ground and didn't run nowhere. It was because we are tough people, proud people. Que viva Mexico!
But then Puebla fell just a year later, in May of 1863, and we marched into Mexico City and took it over. And that is when your people ran away with their tails between their legs like the proud people that you are.
You are the coward, okay? Okay? You had to outnumber us 3-1 in order to receive a victory with your reinforcements.
Call me a coward one more time.
Off with you! Oh, I apologize. I got a little heated. So even though the French ended up getting control of Mexico from 1863 to 1866, they were able to hold it off enough for the U.S. to come in and assist them and help them regain their nation. Today, Cinco de Mayo is celebrated in the U.S. mainly to honor Mexican culture and heritage, and usually involves festivals held throughout the country and reenactments, and a big reenactment at Puebla in Mexico. So although in Mexico it is only a national holiday, and it is not celebrated as in a high key as it is here in the United States. Thank you all for tuning in today. Please stick around after these commercials, and we're going to have a Latin dance for you. See, thank you very much.